But if their father was there too, he's missing the love, he's missing the communication, he's missing the connection with him, man. It's something,
Indeed.
you know, we need to realize. Alison, do you feel like that is, I think it's a culture thing, genuinely.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe Asian
so
culture thing, like we are men's are
little bit
busy
more
outside
distance.
than inside. You know, I'm sure in this culture in UK we have a lot of parents that get involved with education. They will read for them, and we were mentioning earlier on, like how you do in your house is fantastic.
In my own house,
Yeah, I mean,
I have 4 sons who are now in their 20s and early 30s. My husband, I know you said about your father coming home and doing long hours. My husband, all the time we've had children, has worked from 7:30. He's left the house at 7:30 and got home between 7:30 and 8 in the evening. So he's done 12-hour days. But it's about both of you being involved as parents. I might have done some of the after-school stuff, but he would come home and he might take them to the park for half an hour, 45 minutes, or he would read to them every night. And our children would remember the fact that Dad did things with them, and that's been really important. He would also do lots of sports with them at weekends. Take them, we'd all go bike riding, or we'd go out exploring different museums in London, or as they got more involved in sport, we'd all go and do sport together. And I think it's really important that if there are 2 parents, that both parents are seen to be doing school things with them, not just the mum. One of the things we do at Marion Richardson School now is that every year group from reception up to year 6 has one trip on a Saturday morning with their fathers that links to what they're learning in school.
why is it fathers?
Well, we do one trip for mothers and one trip for
Okay,
fathers.
okay.
Right, the reason,
No
but
one's
you asked
left
a
out.
question about men. If we just said, year 6 are learning about the planets, we're going to go to the planetarium on Saturday morning, I guarantee that you would say, oh, that's the mother's job to do it. If you say that if all the parents know there's going to be one trip for fathers, one trip for mothers, you're more likely, and we've discovered Saturday mornings are good, because I've had fathers come and they say, oh, I was working for Uber until 2 in the morning, but my son got me up at 7 o'clock and now I've got to be here going to see the Transport Museum. And I'll always say to them, your children will not remember how many PlayStation games they give you or how many times you've taken them out for meals. What they'll remember is that you spent time with them on a Saturday morning, getting up and going and learning with them and going and exploring the planetarium or going and exploring the cable car. They will remember that. They will not remember how much money you've spent on them. And I know that from our own children, that they remember us reading with them, going on trips together, exploring the world together. We didn't go to Disneyland Paris. We took them backpacking around Japan and we went to Nepal with them. We didn't do we went on local transport around Morocco. We didn't do
Wow.
so we caught buses and we went in little local taxis when we went to visit a friend in Morocco. So we did not your standard beach holidays. We stayed in youth hostels and things like that. But the most important thing is that we shared experiences.
I think it's togetherness, isn't it? You live together even in a hard time, in a good time, bad time, whatever time. It's us, it's us, it's us. It's amazing, honestly.
And really and truly, parents spend a lot of time talking on their phone to their friends. They spend lots of time going off and seeing their friends. And really and truly, we only have our children who want to do things with us, really from up to the age of about 13, 14. After 13, 14, they don't really want their parents that involved. And it's not that much out of your life, 10 years, to give them, to support them with their education and to support them with their learning.